majorly 4 blockchains we are using right now, like Ethereum, Bitcoin, Hyperledger, and KODA and Quorum. As the beginner, there are many courses available online, and you can also go for the official documents as well. If you don't prefer reading documents, you can go for videos. Programming languages you need to use when you are working in blockchain. Once you know like what blockchain is, then you can choose for which platform you want to start with. Once you go with the one blockchain platform, then you can choose for any projects which are there in those platforms. You can gain experience in that. We need to be updated with all the platforms coming in, any new features or something like that, so that whenever a requirement comes in, you are updated with everything and you can start working on that. Keep interest in the programming, so that once you are interested, then only you can start learning other programming languages as well. Keep working on it and get experience, and don't get any break, because if you get a break, then you will forget how it was working.
Hello and welcome to the 27th episode of She Codes by Perfeth. This is Sanhati Goswami, project lead at Perfeth, and today I'm going to see a very talented tech woman from the industry. She is Dimple Kanwar. Graduated from BITS Pilani, Dimple is currently working as a senior blockchain developer at TRAMÉS. She is exceptionally skilled in blockchain technology and has been successful in multiple product-oriented projects. Previously, she worked at Infosys and Wipro Technology, and with such a great work experience, she is here to share with us her insights on blockchain technology and its implications in the business world. So let's welcome Dimple Kanwar on She Codes.
I'm good. How about you?
I'm good too. So it's really lovely to have you on She Codes.
Thanks.
Well, we would like to know about your professional journey. Tell us about your engineering life as a student and what has been your remarkable experiences and challenges in your work life.
Okay. So my journey started with my college. I did my graduation from ICG College in Jaipur, which is a girls' college, and there I studied BCA. Actually, that's the first time when I got to know about programming. Usually, we basically use computers just for games, Facebook, Insta, that's it. And in college time, actually, I got to learn about programming, and that's how I started. I was interested in programming from that time, and then I got placement in Wipro, and there I was a student as well as professional both it was like that only. And I was studying my MTech from BITS Pilani, as well as I was working in Wipro from Monday to Friday, like that it was going. And that's when I started in blockchain. Earlier I was in cybersecurity, then I moved to blockchain. And from blockchain, at that time I didn't know anything about blockchain, so I started learning about what blockchain is. And I think I started in 2014. That time Ethereum was new, so I started with Ethereum first as per the requirements. And then I learned about Ethereum, did some projects on that, and as the time goes on, I started with other platforms as well, like Hyperledger Fabric, Ethereum, Quorum, KODA, like that. And so for 4 years I worked in Wipro, and then I started with Infosys, and there I was working as a senior associate consultant. So I was working on other blockchain platforms like KODA and Hyperledger Fabric. And then I worked there, and then now I'm in another company called TRAMÉS. and here I'm working as a senior blockchain developer. So far my journey in blockchain is good, interesting. Like I don't have to work on similar works. Every day I get to learn something new and I work on something new. So it's giving me a good experience in that. So that's all my professional journey.
Okay, so that's really great to know about your professional journey, Dimple. I think you have quite an enriching spectrum of work experience and as far as working in the technology industry is concerned. So, since your expertise lies exceptionally in blockchain technology, we would like to know from you about the kinds of projects you have handled so far. What are the implications of this technology in business, and how do you see this technology going to evolve in the market in the coming future?
Yeah. So I have worked actually in several domains, be it finance or supply chain or trade finance and track and trace. So like that, I have worked in different domains. So this is I have seen like all these have some different requirements which can be fulfilled by like there are many blockchain platforms. So it depends on the requirements like which one to go for. And I have seen like it some in some supply chain or in trade finance. I have seen like it can change how business works in that domain if we use blockchain. That can change the workflow or something like that, and it can actually benefit the businesses. Like it can reduce their transactional costs. It can reduce the delay, and there won't be any intermediary where they can rely on. So it will be like direct to direct and peer to peer communication, so they don't have to rely on someone else for trust. And if there's a business where we need trust in between the parties in the in the business, then that's where I think blockchain uh, is required, because it's a peer-to-peer, so there's no intermediary. They don't have to trust any centralized authority to do something. They can directly talk and they can do their transactions. This is like reducing the cost, timing, and more trust it is building. And since it is decentralized, so they don't have to do reconciliations and all, because that can also cost, and that costs time as well. So and since it also provides more security, so since that is more required in business, security is always essential. So yeah, so that's what I have seen in all the business projects where I have worked on.
Mhm. Yeah. So, what do you think, according to your experience so far in the blockchain technology, what do you think how this technology is going to evolve in the coming future?
I think, yeah, it is actually, I have seen it is getting more and more beneficial, more and more features are coming in blockchain. And in initial, like there was some limitations to it. And now I think there are more and more features are coming in. I think those limitations are getting reduced, and like we can implement all these platforms very freely, and we can implement more conditions which were not there earlier. Like there were some limitations and restrictions on the languages itself. So now they are also evolving, and we can implement more conditions on that. So those restrictions are not there, and in future I think it will be more like it will be available to everyone and all, like more updated version you can say. And more features are going to come in, and as per security, that is also going to change. That will also be increased in terms of security and timings, and more features can come in blockchain, because as I know, like technologies change time to time. So I think in blockchain also, after a few years, there might be something gets added to the blockchain which can like make it more impactful. So that's how I think it will be in the future. So right now we are like on basis.
Yeah, right. So I think you have given a very good picture about the entire blockchain technology as far as the current market is concerned and also in terms of the future market. And having said that, when you say that your project spectrum has been around finance, supply chain, then finance, track and trace. So, do you look forward to work in any other projects other than this, or do you think that this technology is going to evolve, or has the opportunity other than these sectors?
Yeah, there can be many other than these sectors. There can be any other sectors as well. But the thing is, like, blockchain should be implemented in those sectors or not. It is required or not. It's not like on all the platforms or all the domains you can apply blockchain. It's just if the requirements are fitting in blockchain, then you can go for blockchain. And if it is not that much like those requirements are not something which are fulfilling all the blockchain requirements, then I don't think you should need blockchain, right? So it's like that, like, all, it's not necessary for you to implement that application in blockchain. It's just if you have certain requirements, like you don't have trust in participants in your network, in your business, you want to build trust, you don't want any centralized authority, and you don't want to keep your offline database in a central location where if there is no backup or anything like that. Because see, if centralized authority provides everything to the user, they don't go for backup most of the time, because they trust the authority that they'll be maintaining some backup. So they don't choose automatically from their side like they should keep backup. So, and another thing is like consensus is there in blockchain, which is most important in that. Like, all the participants in the network, they decide that that transaction will go into blockchain or not. So all these requirements are we need to look into it whenever we choose, like, we should go for blockchain or not. So there may be other platforms as well, like in agriculture side, if we see, we can apply, because there may be some scenarios where they don't trust each other, right? And in food chain, we can see there we can track and trace the source of uh, food manufacturers, and source of the uh, materials where they are coming from, like those are originals and all. So all those records we can keep and we can audit as well. So I think yeah, there are other platforms which we can implement.
Great, great. I think, Dimple, you have given a very rational picture of the entire the implications of the blockchain technology in the business market. So, for someone aspiring to be a blockchain developer and who wants to stay relevant with this technology, what would be some of the suggestions from your end as a senior blockchain developer to start a career in this field? As in, what kind of skills they should focus on, what kind of projects they should undertake, what are the courses available in the market to learn this technology and things as such.
Okay. As the beginner, there are many courses available online, and you can also go for the official documents as well. If you don't prefer reading documents, you can go for videos. So there are a lot, like in Udemy and as well as in blockchain website, the Explorer part. There also, they also have blockchain 101 so courses like that. And you can also go for, like, if you don't want to opt for any tutorials, you can go for self study. You can explore what blockchain is and how we can implement it, and what programming languages you need to use when you are working in blockchain. So that's how you can start exploring it. And once you know, like, what blockchain is, then you can choose for which platform you want to start with. So I have seen, like, majorly 4 blockchains we are using right now, like Ethereum, Bitcoin, Hyperledger, and CORDA and Quorum. So these are most commonly used. So you can either pick one of these and you can start with that. So I started with Ethereum. You can start with Fabric, Coda, or Quorum, like that. And I have seen, like, it's not in blockchain. It's not like you have to learn one programming languages. You need to learn a lot of programming languages. So most common I have seen is Node.js, and let's say in Ethereum, it's Node.js plus Python plus Solidity. And in Fabric, it is different, like Go language, and you need to learn Docker as well, and Node.js. like that. In CODA it is different, Java and Kotlin. So we can't say like one programming language you need to work, but in all these, you can see Node.js is basically used in most of the platforms. So you can start with Node.js, and yeah, Docker is also required. And then once you go with the one blockchain platform, then you can choose for any projects which are there in those platforms. You can gain experience in that, and once you get the experience in that, then you can start learning other platforms as well, because I think in blockchain you need to be updated with the technologies and platforms, because if you keep on working on one platforms, then it might be like that platform is not in use anymore in the future. So it needs to be like we need to be updated with all the platforms coming in, any new features or something like that, so that you whenever a requirement comes in, you are updated with everything and you can start working on that. So that's what I think. Yeah, you need to be updated with that and read all the news about blockchain. So that's what I think.
Okay, that's really great. I think you have given out some very important points, like identifying a platform or of one's interest. Then then going for the types of blockchain and learning the multiple programming languages like Node.js, Docker, and you know um, updating oneself with the technology for that you need to stay relevant with the business scenario is really important, and I think you have highlighted these points really well. So thank you, Dimple, on that note. And lastly, I would like to send out a message to the women engineers community.
Okay. So message, I can say like they should be like keep interest in the programming, so that once you're interested, then only you can start learning other programming languages as well. So yeah, keep working on it and get experience, and don't get any break, because if you get a break, then you will forget how it was working. So again, you need to start from the beginning. So keep updating yourself, and start practicing and working on it. So that's what I think.
Great. Dimple, it was lovely to have you on Chicodes, and you have given us some amazing insights about your professional journey, the blockchain technology, and and the implications of this technology in the coming future. And it was lovely talking with you, Dimple.
Thanks. Same.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for coming on Chicodes and giving us your time. I hope you have a great day ahead. Thank you. Bye bye.
You too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bye.
Dimple has shared with us some of the amazing insights into blockchain technology, its current applications in different business domains, its types, and the benefits of this technology. If you loved watching this episode with Dimple, then please like this video, share it with your friends and colleagues, and keep watching Chicodes.